Hey everybody, and welcome back to Healing Growth. I'm back with Mika today to help us dig into some of those relationship patterns that we just can't seem to break. And
Yeah.
we talk a lot on the show about creating really fulfilling relationships and attracting the right people. So many of us get into these ruts where it's like we're attracting the same type of person
Yeah.
over and over and over again.
Yeah. It's so common, right?
Yeah.
It's like you kind of date the same person with a different face and a different name over and over and what.
Like we know what we don't want,
Yeah.
but somehow
But we don't seem to be able to stop it.
we keep finding ourselves in the same situation.
Right. And it can feel so frustrating.
It's like, what's going on here?
It is. It's like, where's the disconnect between what we want and what we're actually experiencing?
So in this deep dive today, we're going to kind of figure out why it is that we keep attracting the wrong people,
Mm.
even when we so desperately want to find that
Yeah.
lasting, loving connection.
And it's not just bad luck. It's not that you're cursed or
Oof.
anything like that. There's
Yeah.
actually,
It's a pattern.
there are reasons for it.
Yeah.
And a lot of it comes from somewhere that we don't always think about, which is our subconscious.
Okay, so the subconscious,
Yeah,
it feels kind of mysterious, right?
Yeah.
Like this hidden force that's
absolutely.
kind of controlling our choices.
Yeah, behind the scenes.
Yeah, behind the scenes.
Puppet master.
Can you break that down for us a little bit?
Sure. So think of it this way. Our earliest experiences, especially with love and relationships, they kind of create a blueprint in our minds. It's like our subconscious is taking notes, learning what love feels like, even if those early examples weren't healthy or supportive.
So even if, like, in our conscious mind, we know what a healthy relationship looks like, we might still be drawn to people who
Yes.
make us feel familiar feelings, even if they're not.
Exactly. And sometimes we even mistake that rush of familiar emotions for chemistry. We think, wow, this feels intense. This must be the one. But sometimes that intensity is just our nervous system recognizing a familiar pattern, not necessarily a healthy one.
Wow, I never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
It's like our body is reacting
Yeah.
before our mind can be like, wait a minute,
Totally.
this is not good.
Yeah. And to make things even more complex, our nervous system is really good at adapting. So if we've experienced a lot of chaos or drama in relationships, our nervous system might start to see that as normal or even exciting.
So it's almost like we're drawn to what we know, even if what we know isn't actually good for us.
Exactly. It's like
Right.
we're mistaking familiarity for
Yeah.
compatibility.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so important to pay attention to how you feel in a relationship, not just how intensely you feel it. So ask yourself, do you feel safe, respected,
Those are good questions.
secure?
Yeah.
Or is it just a whirlwind of drama and uncertainty?
Yeah. Are you constantly on edge
Yeah.
and feeling anxious? It's like you're addicted to the chaos in a way.
Yes.
If this is resonating with you guys, I would love to hear about your experiences in the comments. Let us know
Please share.
what some of those patterns have been for you.
Absolutely, because I think
Yeah.
that can be really helpful for other people too, just to know that they're not alone
Totally.
in this.
Let's talk a little bit about self-worth, because I feel like this plays a huge role
It's massive.
in who we attract.
Absolutely.
If we don't believe we deserve to be treated well,
Mm.
we're probably going to end up with partners who reinforce that.
You're going to attract people who treat you the way you treat yourself,
Yeah.
essentially.
So how do we break this cycle? We've talked about why we might attract the wrong people,
Yeah.
but how do we actually start attracting people who are good for us?
It starts with making conscious choices and understanding that we actually have more control than we think we do. So number one, get really clear on your standards. What are your non-negotiables in a partner? And I'm not just talking about superficial things. I'm talking about deeper qualities like respect, kindness, and emotional maturity.
Yeah, it's like making a list
Yes.
of what you actually deserve
Yes,
and not settling for anything less.
exactly.
And once you're clear on your standards, then it's all about setting boundaries right.
It is. And set those boundaries early and often. Don't be afraid to say no to things that make you uncomfortable or cross your line.
And as hard as it can be, if someone's consistently showing you that they don't respect those boundaries, it's time to walk away, no matter how much chemistry you might feel.
Yes. You deserve to be with someone who chooses you, and choosing you means respecting your boundaries.
And it's not just about the grand gestures
Yeah,
or like the intense feelings.
exactly.
It's about consistent actions and that respect. And
Yes.
another thing that I think is really important is to focus on healing.
If you're carrying all this baggage, it's going to affect how you show up in your new relationship.
Absolutely. It's like you're building on a shaky foundation.
So do that inner work first.
Yeah.
Whether that's therapy, journaling, you
That's a
know,
compassionate practice.
whatever it is for you. Find those things that help you develop self-love and figure out your patterns.
Yeah, and it all comes back to that idea of becoming the right person for yourself first.
Right.
The more you value yourself, the more you're going to attract people who value you too.
And you're not going to settle for anything less than you deserve. So that's it for today's deep dive. I want to leave you with a question. Knowing all this, what are you willing to change to attract healthier and happier relationships? Let us know in the comments, and thanks for tuning in to Healing Growth. See you guys next time.